Alright, so I have a Packs Prospector 50 from the UK, and I'm just going to go over the specs on it. It is in UK money, so I think I paid I actually don't remember how much I paid for this, to be honest with you. So anyways, it's a 50-liter bag. It's 40 liters on the inside. This front pocket is 5, and then these are both 2.5 liters, making it about 50. I added a bottom pocket right here for snacks, which I'm not going to add on to that, and hip belt pockets that are about 1 liter each with waterproof zippers on them. You can see the brand name there. And then these front stretchy pockets, which I would shove whatever, glasses or phone or different things like that. You can fit smart water bottles in there too if you're into that. So again, it's a 50-liter pack. I have a sleeping bag in there right now, but I was able to fit all of my stuff into right about here. I have like about 12-pound base weight. The pack weighs about 31 ounces. And then, again, if you add other features onto it, it's going to be a little bit more. But it's a good pack. It does have a frame here, which extends right here. It's not the full width of the bottom. So when I first packed the bag, you can see here there's no frame on it. So it's a little tricky to pack it your first time because this can jut out onto you. But I really like the bag. This is VX20 in Bahama Blue. And then this is VX20 in black. And then this is, I think, called Cordova. It's a material that is, I think, better suited for being, having back sweat on you. The straps themselves are super, super comfortable. I really like it. It has load lifters. And again, there is a frame in here with stays. You can opt in for a carbon fiber one if you want to go a little lighter, which is great. These front pockets were really nice to just shove random stuff in there. My phone was a little bit too wide. I have one of those giant Galaxy 8 Pluses, so that didn't work very well. The front clip here is very comfortable. And this is that Gridlock Dyneema fabric, which I actually hate the look of. That's why I didn't buy like a ULA pack or something. I think it's very ugly, but it's very minimal on this pack, so it still looks really nice. The hip belts are very well padded as well. Again, at first look, they looked like they were going to be uncomfortable because this is kind of sliding out, and I thought that might be a problem, but I had no issues with it. I did have some fraying on this elastic material for the hip belt pocket, quite a bit actually, you can see, so that is one of my complaints for it, that it started fraying on the top here in the back. The VX21 so far, though, nothing's wrong with it. I did fall at the end of the trail that I just hiked, which is called The Long Trail, 270 miles. If you're not familiar, you should look it up. And it scraped it. I actually fell right onto like a bush or something. It scraped it, but there's no puncture. So it is really durable material. This outer pocket's wonderful for putting a wet rain fly or random stuff. Like I'd put my water filter in here, snacks, miscellaneous bag, toiletry paper bag, more snacks, and then maybe rain gear, and that would all fit in this one pocket. Another kind of complaint I had is when I first got this stretchy material right here, this band that allows you to put extra stuff on there was really tight, so it just had to stretch over time. So it's not really a complaint, it was just an initial why is this so tight? Did they not use enough elastic cording here? And they did. It's just it has to stretch out over time, which is great. What else? Oh, I used this right here, this little line lock doohickey here to hold wet clothes or something, and I'd hang stuff from here as well. I think you're supposed to use this and this for trekking poles, which I actually ended up not doing because I had the baskets on them, and it's kind of hard to stick them in there. So again, if there was a little bit more fabric, it'd be a little easier. It could be a user area, but that was just something I noticed. I love the attention to detail for the stitching. You can see that this is the kind of lock that goes over the top to deflate and kind of squish the bag, and you can see that it's double stitched here, which is really nice. And I like how they used smaller thickness fabrics, or whatever this is called, this material here. It's really thin, but it's very strong. So, I mean, that's how we're kind of saving weight on the material. Again, the sewing overall is really good. Like any of the stretching material, it looks like it's double sewn. There's really good attention to detail so far that I could see. I like this line lock kind of stretchy system on the side. Really nice to put my sit pad in here. These pockets here can hold 2 of a Smart Water style water bottle. I use Powerade bottles, so I can fit that. And then I actually had space for a little bit more stuff, like a hat in the back, which was great. The pockets, I wish they were a little bigger, honestly, like to fit more snacks. I eat probably like a dozen snacks a day. You know, a lot of snacks. And again, these are not big enough for like large style phones like mine, so that's kind of another negative of the pockets. One day it did rain and the bag is not seam sealed, and these hip belt pockets are not seam sealed, and my wallet got wet. So though VX21, the fabric that's made out of this, is waterproof, definitely not waterproof altogether. So I think I am going to eventually look into getting those seam sealed by myself. The way the hip belt works is definitely different. You can see that it connects in the middle, and then there's two side pieces that you use to pull in towards yourself to tighten them, which is very different. I would have liked it to be one, but Tom knows a lot more about Packs than me, so I trust him. That's the owner of the Adam Packs company, so whatever, I went with it. Again, that was a little thing that I was kind of frustrated with. This is already fraying 270 miles, and this band's already going, so I'll cut that off, this little fray part, but not a huge deal. Again, the hip belt and these pockets are very comfortable. I would consider this to be a lightweight or ultralight pack at 31 ounces, so definitely really comfortable. I like the fact that it has load lifters. Again, if you're doing a little bit of a heavier load, and it has a frame, which was two things that I was worried about. I'm not ultralight, so those were two things I definitely wanted, like hip belt, load lifters, and a back panel, like an actual frame, excuse me. So three things that were very important to me. It felt very comfortable. You send a measurement of your back, and Adam Packs will make it to fit your back specifically. So after I figured out how to pack it a little bit different than my previous pack, it was very comfortable. Pockets on the sides are great. Again, you can hold a lot of water, or you could put a water bottle in something else, which I really like. One more small detail is this snack pocket. I got it and I really love it. It's really awesome to be able to, I mostly just put trash in it, honestly, but I am a little worried over time that it's going to rip up. That's not an issue of the person making the pack. It's more just the premise itself. Where do you put your pack down when you have mesh on the bottom? So yeah, every time I put my pack down, it's kind of like counterproductive that I'm like, oh, I have this great pocket here, but how do you put your pack down? You don't want to really put down other ways, like on the back panel, then your back has, you know, pine needles on it or whatever. So that I'm figuring out. So I guess what I'm saying is I might just say to people, get some elastics on the bottom to put something underneath here, maybe like a tent, but that's not really how I pack. So I just went for this for fun. When I pack, everything fits inside the bag, like everything, besides stuff I need to access in the day. But again, it's called the Prospector 50, 40 liters on the outside, 5 in this pocket, 2.5 on each of these. I paid about $55 extra for these two front pockets, the two mesh pocket, the two VX21 pockets in the bottom pocket. That's $55 US. I think it ended up being like 250, 350 bucks. I wasn't really worried about it because I wanted the best pack I could possibly get, and I thought that this was the option for me. Another cool thing about it is you can see that this clips on here. It's a roll style bag. You can actually do it this way too, like that, and then, you know, put this on top of it as well. Another small fact that I would have liked was a Y-strap up here to use a bear canister when I hiked PCT. So that would have been nice. This is going to be, I think, impossible to hold a bear canister with one strap like this. So I'm going to have to modify it, but ask for one when they make it. That's, again, I think that's my mistake, not anybody at the companies, but that's something that if I were doing it again, I would have ordered it with a Y-strap, because I am planning on doing hikes that you have to carry a bear canister. On the inside, again, it's a roll top. There's just two snaps here you can see. Just pull those open and then you have access to the bag. When I pack it, because it's tall on the upside, you can see it's pretty long. I'll fold it down like this over the frame. And then I have access to my pack liner, which I fold over the top as well, and then I'm able to shove every single thing inside the pack, roll up the pack liner, pull this up, snap it together, and then roll it down, and then kind of cinch it tight. But I really like the pack. I'll put all the descriptions in the link, or the description of the video, so you guys can like get all the specs on it and go on the website. I did not weigh this. I didn't really care with the extra stuff on it. I know it weighs about 2 pounds, but I really like it and I would look into it. I think it's 9 to 11 weeks to wait, but for a pack that's custom to you and all the add-ons that are, you know, I would say still cheaper than something like Z-Packs or another company like that for a high-end cottage company backpack, I would definitely recommend this. They have some other models that are smaller for liters or larger if you need a bigger or smaller pack. So check it out, Adam Packs. Absolutely love the bag. Felt comfortable. Really good for my style of packing. And I really like it and would definitely recommend it to someone. Much love, guys.